Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at the writing settings screen. So again, here I am in the back end of my blog, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the settings menu, scroll down just a little bit, and select writing. Now, as you'll see, there's not much here. Most of this you don't need to use at all, but I just want to point it out to you. The first one here is probably going to be the most useful, and that's the size of the post box. And by default, it's going to say 10 lines. What am I talking about here? Well, when you write a new post or a new page, the post box is this area right here, and this is going to be about 10 lines in height because of that setting. What we can do here is if you want a bigger box, for example, I can go ahead and change this to 20, save my changes, and then back on my new post screen, go ahead and refresh that, and you will see momentarily that the box is now a lot bigger. Technically, this box is infinite. You can put as much or as little as you want in here, but if you tend to write posts that are longer than 10 lines, you might want to increase the size of that box. Just gives you a little more room to work. The other options here we have on writing settings is the formatting, and the first one, which is checked by default, is convert emoticons. Basically, since this is checked, if you were to type a colon, hyphen, right parens, this would be turned into a little graphical smiley face instead of leaving those punctuation there. If you'd like to leave the punctuation instead of the graphics, just go ahead and uncheck this. The next option, WordPress should correct invalidly nested XHTML automatically. This really is not something you need to check unless you plan on writing your posts or pages with code. If you do plan on dealing with code, what I would suggest is you check this, as I do on my own personal website since I write a lot in code. That way, what it will do is try to catch some common code mistakes and fix those for you. The next option is default post category. Now, at the moment, I don't really have another option here. I would refer you to the categories training video. However, once you have the category set up and you've watched that video, any categories you've created will show up in this list. And basically what this says is if you forget to set a category on a post, this is the category I would like you to use by default. And right now it's uncategorized. Really, this won't do much until you do set up your categories. Again, I refer you to that video. Also, similar is the default link category. Right now it's blog roll. As you'll notice, there are also no other choices here. I will refer you to the links training video on this one, and once you set up categories for your links, you can change the default category for your links here. This next option is press this. I also covered this in the Tools menu video. This allows you to set a bookmark into your browser to allow you to easily create posts about other web pages on the fly. I will refer you to the Tools menu training video for more details on that. The last area here under Remote Publishing. These are unchecked by default, and I generally ask you to leave them unchecked. What these services, the Atom Publishing Protocol and XML RPC, allow is for third-party software packages to integrate with your WordPress site. For example, I have the WordPress app on my Android phone, and so in order for me to be able to work with my WordPress websites on my phone, I actually have to have this option checked. And when I set that up on my phone, it tells me that I have to have this option checked. If you don't specifically need this option, if you are not using any other software that requests this, we suggest that you just leave it unchecked and nothing will happen. Just I point them out to you here in case you do start using other software that require them. You can find them here under Settings and Writing. Again, always make sure you save your changes when you're done working on one of these screens, and that's the writing settings screen. If you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave it in a comment with a blog post. Thanks for watching.